Something stupid just occurred to me, Steven, and it's literally
Oh,
literally just occurred to me. I'm sitting here just like kind of waiting for you to like do your thing, and I'm just like, okay, I have a couple questions, and I understand. I understand what the response is already going to be from anyone watching right now. Their immediate response is going to be one, who cares? Or like two, how many drugs did you do today? And the answer is none. I haven't had any oxygen in my brain because I'm sick. Okay. I'm gonna nip it in the bud there. But my very sincere and serious question, regardless of what's going on in the world today, Stephen, is Stephen, in cartoons like the Looney Tunes, right? Where there are humans
okay.
and animals of equal intelligence, right? Is everyone obviously not everyone's a vegetarian, but does everyone have to suffer through the moral debate of I'm gonna have to fight this thing? Like I'm gonna chase Bugs Bunny regardless of the fact that I see him as a conscious entity just like me. I'm gonna cook him in a stew because he's so delicious that I don't care that he puts on like disguises and is hilarious. I don't care about how smart he is. I need that bunny
So
stew.
it's a whole different perspective when I guess the meat you're consuming can speak to you in your language.
Yeah, okay, because here's the thing. Like even if Steven, even if you could understand cows, right? For the most part, right? Or chickens especially, or like fish especially, right? Especially chickens though. I feel like they would be particularly lacking in the like conscious, interesting thoughts. But I imagine it would just be like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Where's the food? There's food. Oh no, a bug, loud noise. Like very simple. Like that's how I imagine it. I could be wrong. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they're like,
Unless it's like the Dragon Ball effect, because like in the Dragon Ball universe, there's definitely like, is it anthropomorphic?
yeah,
Whatever that is.
yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely like fox people and like pig people and things like that, but there's also just animals that look similar to the humanoid looking versions of those animals too. So maybe in the Looney Tunes verse, it's like Pokemon, like even Pokemon, I guess, sometimes has like non-Pokemon animals in this show. It's
That's
like
true.
it's
Yeah, that's
weird.
true. That's true. But
It's
like,
like
okay, but
these aren't the main character animals that we fight. We forced to fight Michael Vick style. No, these are like the eatable animals in the
yeah.
Pokeverse. This is
And
what
okay, so
we.
like in that world, like so do you think the other characters would be like would they be insulted? Would they be offended by the fact they're like, listen, I understand that I'm Foghorn Leghorn, a talking, conscious, intelligent rooster, but my very dumb, like obviously edible and delicious chicken brethren should be left alone. Or that would they just be
Yeah,
like,
you better not touch them.
yeah, would it be like better not touch them, or would it be like, yeah, give them those herbs and spices, they're delicious, like juices accepted.
I
I
mean,
don't.
they've straight up showed like fantasies of like Foghorn Leghorn's like leg cooked as like a chicken, like a prepared
Right.
chicken. I'm pretty sure. So I guess in this Looney Tunes verse, they just eat the talking animals is what I'm getting at. I think they
I
just eat them.
I was thinking about this and I was like, Elmer Fudd might be the most evil villain of all villains. Because literally, like Bugs Bunny, if you watch him, sure, he's a jerk. He's a rascally rabbit. He's ridiculous. He causes trouble. He causes chaos. He gets people, hurt and all this stuff. However, super intelligent, very clever, very funny, very witty. And Elmer Fudd has no qualms with
Super progressive.
super. Oh yeah, and oh yeah, absolutely. And maybe that's why Elmer Fudd. No, I don't want to get political. Maybe that,
No.
but like Elmer
But no, but
Fudd.
I'm actually going to use Elmer Fudd as the argument to prove your case, I guess, because Elmer Fudd clearly states to the camera and to us, "I'm hunting wabbits," right?
Yeah,
And when he encounters Bugs Bunny, there's no, "Oh my God, what's that?" Or, "Oh my God, it's a
right.
talking rabbit." It's
Yeah, yeah.
just,
He's
"That's what I'm hunting. This is
at
what
no
I'm
point
trying to
is
kill."
yes, and he acknowledges. And okay, and even if you want to say, even if you like, I know for a fact there are there's obvious evidence outside of Space Jam in the movies, but evidence of Bugs Bunny talking to Elmer Fudd directly, and they understand each other. I know that, but even if they couldn't understand verbally what they're saying, Bugs Bunny dresses up as various characters. He's just like, oh, look at me. I'm, like I'm Buster Keaton or Charlie Chaplin or look, I'm a lady and I'm a Viking and all this stuff.
And Elmer Fudd responds to these sentences that are said to him.
Yeah.
So
But like, can you imagine? Can you imagine Steven being like, I'm hungry. Sure would like a cheeseburger. And then you see a cow walk in, but he's like, reading a comic book and you're like, I'm gonna eat you. And he's like, I kind of don't want you to do that. And you're like, I'm gonna do it. And he's like, oh, hang on one second. He turns around. He's like, where'd that cow go? And he's dressed like a dress. And you're like, there's no way in the world you're gonna be like, that cheeseburger's worth it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No.
you have to be evil.
Maybe in the Looney Tunes verse, everyone's a vegetarian except for Elmer Fudd, hence why Elmer Fudd is a villain. Like maybe that's just the.
Maybe Elmer Fudd's a straight cannibal. Maybe like because I feel like if when you reach that level of consciousness, it's like species is irrelevant, right? It's just a matter
Mhm.
of like I can't eat, like I won't eat octopus.
I
I
guess to
can't.
answer that human question is whenever we encounter aliens, when it finally happens,
Are we gonna eat
if we
them?
start eating them, if we start eating them, then we know what we would do in the Looney Tunes verse. Like
That's a very
if
fair.
we
It's like
start murdering these things. Like here's the
listen,
thing, like, and I'm not saying like you're saying out there right now, out there into the public, out there into the world, you're like, Steven, I would never eat an alien. But have you thought for a second that that alien maybe like tastes like the most delicious food you've ever had? How well would you be able to stay away from that alien? And I think it just,
yeah.
answers the Looney Tune question.
The answer is it would answer Looney Tune question. So if you're an alien, you're out there, we would love to devour you. I mean, see if we want to. Anyway, we have other issues that are not Looney Tunes based. I'm sorry, I needed to get into this, but let's talk about our actual lives and issues. Hello, welcome to We Have Issues. I'm Anthony.
And I am Stevie Wildcard.
And every week, my best friend Stevie Wildcard and I get together and we do our best to overcome the various issues, obstacles, and alien delicacies that life throws our way in order to get something done. Most recently, we've been avoiding and fighting and destroying all of our issues in order to work on a supernatural superhero culty comedy comic called Deathless. Steven, where are we in our project?
We are on page 20/21. So most of the book is drawn and the Kickstarter is coming next month. So
Yeah. Yeah, dude, we are. So the Kickstarter's coming next month. We are. I do want to. I feel like we should get a couple of like finished pages. Like maybe I'll like send you
mhm.
some like we'll pick and choose.
Whichever ones you want done, and then yeah, get
Yeah.
them
And
finalized.
we'll get some finalized ones because but I do feel like the Kickstarter is probably going to be built on the bones of the previous books also, where it's like we're going to show a lot of like the cool art from the previous books to get people interested in
Hmm.
this one. So hopefully we get some new readers as well as like reignite that interest in old readers. If you're out there right now and you've been waiting for Deathless issue 4, please let us know. It's really interesting to work on these projects and like when we release things, we get like this fun wave, like this tidal wave of responses where people are like getting their books and they're like, oh, we love this. But then it's like, of course, it slowly trickles. It's like that tsunami becomes like
Hmm.
just like a little puddle. And you're like, hey, are you guys still there? And then you hear like the few people like, yeah, we love this. And that's amazing. But it's weird because you don't like what happened? Like, like, do people still like this? Do people like me, Stephen? I don't know. Um,
Do people love me as a person and as a creator and my creativity? Do they love it? Do they like all of it?
Steven, isn't it weird how like those things get so intricately and intimately tethered? Like I know
Hmm.
a lot of people are like, oh, it's not healthy to do that. But the reality is a lot of people, almost everyone, who create things and like rip part of themselves off. Like you rip a piece of yourself off and you fashion it in such a
Hmm.
way and you give that little voodoo doll to the world and they play with it and like you want them to like it, because like it affects you. You're like, that was my voodoo doll one way or another. And it sucks, dude, because like I kind of always feel both ways about it, where I'm like, if someone comes along and they're like, that was the worst book ever, you suck. I'm like, that wasn't for you. Like, I like what we made. We
Hmm.
only make things that we like, So like, you're not gonna make me feel that way about it. So like, I can dismiss those things, but I do want it to connect with people though. Like, I want it to, I want
Absolutely.
right? Like, you feel that? Like you want the stuff
Yeah,
to
for sure.
connect with someone. So I don't know, dude. I've been kind of like spiraling because that's just the nature of like comic books and really any publishing these days. Where it's just like even self-published books where it's like it feels like, oh, I can just put it right out there. It's a process, and it's a process to get to readers, and then to get readers to actually read it and enjoy it and absorb it, and then like
Absolutely.
respond. So I don't know. Anyway,
But speaking of indie, just to comment on the indie creator front, granted, he obviously has a huge platform, but I mean, how awesome is it that Markiplier made that movie basically with fully funded? He wrote, direct, and starred in it, and it did it. I think it grossed like $21 million this
dude,
weekend,
insane.
like
It's insane.
worldwide.
Like I
That's
bought like
so awesome. He
okay.
spent like he's on the smallest. From what I'm to understand, it's like a $3 million budget, but that's also the smallest category of budget I guess you can list or something. So I don't even know if it was a $3 million budget, but he did so well, and he self promoted on his own YouTube channel and all that stuff. Like that's just crazy.
It's amazing that people can do that. I like I'm of two minds with it, right? Because I'm like I love that
Hmm.
he did that. It shows that if you have the means, you can, you know.
Yes, because
But
he's
then of
obviously,
course
it's not like Markiplier is a small YouTuber. He's like
it,
one of the biggest YouTubers
that and I
ever.
think you know what's really cool though. What I really appreciate about it is I like I don't know a lot about him, but I've through like Atlas and like watching various videos of video games, I've come to know who he is and appreciate him a little bit more. I really do appreciate the fact that he like he'll find games and just play them because he enjoys them, and then he'll share them with people,
Hmm.
which expands the reach of those games,
Hmm.
and then more people discover them and are able to
Hmm.
enjoy them. And then one of those games he enjoyed and he turned into a freaking movie, which is like fantastic because I mean, just
That's
imagine
so
being
cool.
those creators and like having that person like
Hmm.
your work so much that they put their own money, they invest their own time and their own, effort into it. That's wonderful, dude. So like it's really cool. And I'm really I hope I want to watch it. I can't wait. I think the idea sounds really
Hmm.
cool. So I'll definitely check it out. I haven't seen it yet. I would like to. There's also a Sam Raimi movie out right now that I really want to see, but I got
Yeah,
sick,
which
Steven.
Sam Raimi.
Ugh,
Yeah, you couldn't go see Sam Raimi because of the
dude.
the ailments that have.
I have gone to see like every Sam Raimi movie since I was born, basically, and like I am like I bought tickets for it. I bought tickets for it like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I can't wait. As soon as this comes out, we're gonna go see this, and I got tickets, and it's gonna be great. And then, dude, Atlas got sick, and Carly got
Mm.
sick, and I was like, I'm fighting. I'm not gonna get sick. There's no way I'm gonna get sick. I'm never gonna get sick. I don't get sick, and I freaking it got me. It caught me, Steven.
Hit
It
you like a
caught it.
truck.
Oh, dude, it came in like a wrecking ball, and it just like it did that thing where I was like, "Oh, I'm perfectly," and just like
Oh,
I just became a Ren and
just.
Stimpy. Like, oh, it was
Hmm.
terrible.
The
It was,
zoom in image. You can't you like like
oh,
the.
dude, that's exactly what it was. But yeah, and I know you had a rough week too. You had a lot of work going on, right?
Just the, yeah, it's so funny because we're not like super busy right now, but then every now and again you just get one of those jobs that's just fucking huge, and it's like
Yeah.
I'm a repair guy, but this is like, I mean, this is like a lot of square feet that we're pulling up and like releveling and putting back down. So yeah,
No.
yesterday I didn't even get home till like four something, which is
Oh.
like crazy anyway. And then
Yeah, and
because we started at like six, so I mean it was a
how
long
is
day.
how has it been for you lately with the weather? Is it I know it's I can't even imagine because here's the thing. Here's
So
my
what I've been doing,
go ahead.
because it's been, oh, go ahead. No, no, do your
Well,
assessment because I'm gonna
this is
actually give you the
well,
truth. But
yeah, because like I can't imagine what you're feeling, but for me, it's like everything. I enjoy it more than being hot most of the time, but
absolutely, yeah.
there's like a stiffness that comes with it. There's like everything is like it's sharper. It's easier
Hmm.
to get cut. It feels, like there's like a fragility to the cold, a
For
frigidity.
some reason, you're so right about that because like we always tell each other too, like at work, like you gotta be more careful like handling pavers because for some reason your skin is just you really do like things just like break easier. It's
Yeah.
weird,
Well, it's like you don't
but
have that
like in turn,
elasticity from the warmth, like
yes,
everything
yeah, it's like the
contracts, so
dry
it's like
air.
the dry, yeah. But anyway, go on.
And like I know Northerners can grieve us because they're in much lower temperatures, but let's be real here. 32 degrees for Floridians like 2 or 3 days in a row is pretty cold. Like all of our snook and stuff are dying. I saw
Mhm.
videos from Ashton. There was like snook and like fish, like trout floating in the waters because they can't take it. They need the warmth. Um, but so for me, like we start at 6:30, so the sun's not even up yet, really, or it's starting to get up.
Yeah.
And then thankfully we have to usually drive about an hour away anyway, so there is a little drive time. But these last 2 days, like I've literally worn, because I usually just wear like a long sleeve like UV shirt
Yeah.
and then like cargo pants. That's like my even in summer, that's why I wear a long sleeve UV shirt and cargo
Mhm.
pants. But because of the cold weather, like I've been wearing a pair of joggers underneath my cargo pants
Right.
and like a hoodie over that. And like it's if the wind is that's the thing is because the Gulf breeze where we live makes 85 feel comfortable, 85,
Right.
90. It makes it feel like manageable. So imagine what that breeze feels like when
Oh
it's,
my God.
32. It is
Right.
bitter. And yeah, so like Monday was definitely worse than today because at least it warmed up to the 60s today. But Monday we barely cracked 50. But like midday, the Florida sun's warm no matter what because
Right.
it's just how it be. Like the Florida sun's wonderful. It can be like 45, 50 degrees, but if you're in the sun, you're okay. And I intentionally wore my darker UV shirts to like kind of like
Yeah.
absorb the heat. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been pretty bitter though. I mean, I still prefer it over,
Yeah.
92, 100% humidity, but
Oh yeah.
um it definitely isn't as great. Like honestly, what's great is when it's like 70 and I
Seventies.
sweat a little bit, but
Mhm.
like it's comfortable. That's the ideal paver temperature for sure. But yeah, so this has had like some big jobs on like some of the coldest days of the season. We've been caught up. That's the thing. It's just Monday's job was just a curveball. Like
Crazy
it was
job.
actually the whole thing was it was a driveway that was like 3 years out of warranty, but we didn't even install it. But someone was trying to get this company to fix it for a while now, and I guess it just got like something happened, like lost in like translation or something. It just never made it to the. So they paid us to fix it for them, like basically. So we got like our company even got paid because usually we don't get paid for the warranties if it's
Yeah.
like our fault. But our company got paid to fix it, but it was just we had to
So
pull
much.
up so many. You saw the pitch. I sent the picture to
Yeah.
Twitter. I mean,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
it was a lot of paper. And then whenever you pull something up that's old and then you relay it, you lay it so nice and tight because it's nice and fresh, and you're trying to make it meet other points. And by the time we were putting the last ones in, we had created like a half inch or an inch gap between
Oh
the
God.
last pavers. So we
Yeah.
had to like take screwdrivers and try to space them so that the gaps weren't as noticeable. It was just super annoying.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
Oh my
but
God.
yeah, so that was my Monday. So
Yeah, that was his entire month. So if you're watching us for the first time, we make comic books, we make books and music and all sorts of things. Steven works a full-time, hard as hell job of doing papers outside in Florida. I work a not as hard full-time job at doing graphic design stuff. Basically, it's interesting. It's a little weird. A little weird. My job is weird. But we're both parents. We're trying our best to get through everything and just make these freaking books. We have this new book coming out next month. I'm very excited for it. We are going to get to it. I'm getting over the sickness, and I'm committed to finishing this book and launching this damn Kickstarter.
and then getting issue 5 started
Get it?
before we get, hit with Bloodlust 3 because Bloodlust
Heck
3
yeah.
I'm sure is coming.
Oh, it's definitely
So
coming soon, dude. But I love it. I feel really good about everything. Like I'm really glad to be over this sickness. I will say I had a couple of crazy, weird like dreams and thoughts and just like some strange stuff happen. I will say, okay, Steven, I do have like a quick pitches get stitches just that I thought of for my
ooh.
sick like mucus addled brain. If you would you have like a pitches get stitches song or like an intro for us?
You gotta grab your thread and needle and stitch that horrible idea together, and then it will be fucking amazing because it's pitches. Get stitches. That's
Ooh,
pretty good.
yeah. Pitches get stitches. Steven, every time you sing that intro, it just like shivers, just like goosebumps every single time. Um, if you're so for those of you who don't know, we do a quick segment on the show every once in a while when I have a dumb idea. I have a dumb idea, guys. It's a dumb idea that I have to pitch to you because what else would you do with dumb ideas but you share them with your friends? So I have this thing I don't know what to do with. Probably nothing, but maybe one day, right? But this is the idea. There's like a series of break-ins, right, around this city.
Hmm.
And these business owners are trying, to figure out who's like robbing them, but they're not really taking a lot of items. They're just taking like a couple of little things from each place. They're leaving all the money. Everything's, fine, but like something's going missing everywhere. And it's like, what's going on? So like one of these business owners, they're like, hey, they stole this ring from my shop. And I need it. It has sentimental value. So they go and they hire these investigators, and it's like these two like kind of like us, like best friend, like dorky investigators, but they love what they do. Like kind of like Sherlock Holmes, but like with like a little more quirk, like a little quirky, like silly Sherlock Holmesy and stuff. Kind of like two Watsons, like they're not dumb, they're good at what they do. They're good. They're smart and they're good at what they do, but maybe not like maybe they're
They're
like the
not the primo. They're not the cream of the crop. They're the crop, but they're
yeah,
just not, the
they're
best.
definitely the crop. So they're the croppiest investigators in town. So they go around and so they start trying to investigate what's going on and they kind of like they do the Charlie Kelly, they're trying to like map out all these things and they're figuring out like where the next which business is going to get hit next, So they think they figure it out. They like map out this thing. They're like, "Oh my God, is this like a pentagram? Like what is this?" They're making like they're it's
Mm.
almost like they're designing something. They think, "Oh, we're gonna go here." So they go to this business and they're like waiting. They're like doing a stakeout in the business, waiting for someone to come and steal something. And they hear a loud noise, and then like suddenly there's like a flash. And when they stand up, they're like, "What the hell was that?" And they turn and they look at each other and they realize they look down and their bodies are on the ground and they are ghosts now.
Oh, so they've been Eye of Agamotto, basically.
Yeah, so they're yeah, exactly. So they're looking down at their body and they're like trying to get back in the bodies. They're like, trying to like kind of like they're
Laying perfectly, but like slightly
yeah,
out,
yeah.
like you're not perfectly lining up.
Like maybe I'll do you. You do me. You do me and I'll do you. We'll see. They're just trying to like they're trying to get back in their bodies. It's not working. Nothing seems to be working. So they're like, what happened to us? And then they realize like something is missing in this room. And they're like, oh my God, we have to figure this out. And they realize that like solving this case is their unfinished business. And they have to figure out why this stuff has
Mm.
been stolen by whom and bring them to justice as ghosts. And it would be called Paranormal Investigators. Paranormal Investigators.
Dun dun dun. Shh.
We did it,
Paranormal
everyone. We did it.
investigators.
I'm
I
just saying.
like it. So they actually did they die though?
Yeah,
Something
yeah. So they
happened to
die.
them.
I think they died.
And
Like
then
I think.
that's part of the mystery too then, right? I
Yep.
would imagine like is
Yeah. So
maybe
then it
like
becomes part of the mystery. It's like who killed us? Why are they doing all this? And I imagine it would be something where it's like they're stealing specific kind of like relics from each store to facilitate or like as a catalyst of some sort of like spell or something that they want to do because it's like
mm,
something with the supernatural elements like witchcraft and stuff. Maybe to the effect of bringing them back. Like not that that was the intention, but maybe it can be used in that way
maybe
instead.
whatever spell they were conjuring has that effect on recently
Yeah, well,
dead people.
maybe it's a spell where it's like it gives me ultimate like immortality in ultimate life or blah blah blah. But what that means for a dead person is it can bring you restore what you were. Like no,
Hmm.
you're not immortal, but you're no longer dead. You're
Hmm.
so that you're back. But anyway, that's
You're
the idea.
living.
Oh, should I do anything with that? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe probably not. I don't know. But here we are.
Sounds like at least a fun sketch show or like a like
Right?
a like a maybe even like an internet episodic thing.
That would be. Oh,
I mean,
that's.
you could definitely do a full limited series with it easily, but
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, speaking of that, so we're going this week. This week, what time is it? Okay, so this week we're going to play Dungeons and Dragons with our children. We have a whole family, like my family, your family, our big family together that's going to play Dungeons and Dragons. I've been writing this campaign and I'm super excited about it. Steven, it's funny because the more I write this thing, the more I'm like, oh, this would make a great book. Like it would just make like a fun children's
that's
book.
awesome.
Like I mean, or like a like middle grade book sort of thing. But like I'm really excited to see how it goes and how the kids handle
So
everything.
should I have the girls make their characters before
So
Sunday?
so okay, this is my question to you. Like you can do it if you think they're into it and they want to make characters, you can totally do it. Otherwise, I was just going to make characters for everyone and just hand them out. and just
Okay.
have and then like
Okay.
let everyone like name their characters, maybe like choose a spell or two, because
Okay.
it's going to be like low level stuff. But like if you want to like feel it out and see if they want to make their characters, then totally. Because like if they're interested and like
Okay.
they want to, then yeah, yeah, of course. If they're like, oh, I guess, and you have to like drag their feet, then like I'll just come up with something cool and it'll be fun for everyone. Um, but I'm excited to play to do that with everyone. I can't wait to see how it goes. And you're going to go see a play this week, right?
Yeah, Broadway Palm. It's just the local. It's a nice theater though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see Fiddler on the Roof with Tina. We're gonna have a little
Oh,
date
heck,
night.
that's
It's gonna be
awesome, dude.
awesome.
It's so important. I love that stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to hear all about that. So next week, if you guys are around next week, you'll get to hear about our D&D campaign and how Fiddler on the Roof went and everything. And hopefully I'll be better by then, and we will have more of the freaking comic book done. But speaking of that, Steven, at the end of every show, we always talk about what we're gonna do next. So what's your ambition for this week? What's your plan?
So I failed this week, just to let everyone know. I did not finish a page. I did do a pretty solid roughing of the page,
Yeah,
and
I saw.
what I decided to do is just keep roughing. So I got like part of the next page rough too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you looked at that though, but I have him like doing the stretch before he's
Uh-huh.
about to charge that door. Um, but yeah, so this week I'm gonna try to get both those pages completed to at least make up for this week's pitfall.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, heck yeah. This week I did finish the page I was working on like I wanted, and I started the next page, but the next page is actually really easy. So I'm excited. Barreled is never easy. Barreled is a
uh-huh.
character with
Even after what happens, I think it's still gonna be
yeah,
shitty,
it is.
honestly.
I think it might be worse. Like we're
It
gonna
might be
see. We're gonna
worse,
see. It might
yeah.
be worse. But like worse in the best way possible because like Barreled is a character that
Because
all
honestly, all the things that suck about Barreled are still present, but now there's
uh,
more things.
now there are
So
more things. So yeah. So if you're out there and you're like, why are you complaining about this? Okay, think about this for a second, right? We have to color a bear, but it's a unicorn teddy bear with various pinks, which is easy enough. But it has a unicorn horn with several colors, stitches of several colors. Its claws are all very specific colors, as well as its toenails, and it's all very specific. We're not doing like random colors on the and be like, oh, it changes. Why didn't we do that, Steven? Why doesn't he just shift all the
it stayed
time?
pretty consistent, I'm pretty sure.
Dude,
Like,
I've
but
done everything I can with the flats with making it consistent. Like if there are any issues, it was like just some stupid, like probably like feverish, fever dream like mistake. But like I've tried so hard to keep it as consistent as possible. But anyway, it's very difficult to just keep it consistent and also just like keep motivated when you're doing like, okay, I get it. There are four barrels on this page and I have to do this four times and there are no shortcuts. I've tried to figure it out. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mind. I think it's fun. It's just a matter of like it's time consuming. But anyway, this week I'm definitely going to finish at least one page. I am excited to do that, and I'm also going to try to work on the Kickstarter. I need to like I'm going to start doing that because I have to get art together and stuff for it. Like I want to make sure we have like
mhm.
mock-ups. I want it to look really good, and then I want to make like a cool video for it. Like I want to do it right. I want to try to do it right this time. So we have like a month to go before we have like a solid month to work on
And
it.
I already did the cover, but after this issue's done, I might redo the cover. We'll see. I'm not
I
sure yet. I
I
still, I think to some extent, I think I should do a pencil cover so that way we can sell the cover as a
well.
11 by 17
That would
too.
be
You know?
cool. I will, Steven, I think we should do a different cover, but I think we should keep the cover you already made as a variant cover
Okay.
because it's cool, but I do think
Mhm.
that we could sell the like badassery of this particular issue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now that I've progressed further in it, like it's
yeah.
like there's different things that could be going on here.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, we can. I mean, we can talk about it, or you could just come up with cool mock-ups. No matter what, we can like whatever you come up with, we can have as variants or just use it. Like I'm sure people will appreciate it. Like I think all of our covers have been really
mhm.
cool. We should also do
Mhm.
another foil cover. People really like that. So
Yep. So I think I want to keep to the theme I was like talking about. So this foil cover would be Jeff then, right?
yeah,
Is what
yep,
I guess it would be Jeff, Mary, and Beryl though.
yeah, that's true because it's kind of that's the
Yeah,
trifecta
it's the
at this point.
trio.
Yeah, that could be
So,
cool.
but yeah,
So,
and then for the fifth issue, we need to redo foil covers for 1 and 2, so that way anyone who's
yes.
buying the foil covers can have the whole foil set. So,
That would be really cool. But that's what we're working on this week. Let us know what you're excited about. Let us know if you're interested in the Kickstarter. If you let us know if you made it this far in the episode. I really want to know. I know a few of you will, and we really just want you to know that we love you and we appreciate you, and you're the best freaking thing that's ever happened to us. Thank you so much. We really just love you, Steven. What do you want to say to the people before we go?
It's all for you. You keep us in check, you keep us on base, you keep us working on these things. We're thankful for each and every one of you so very much, and I hope you all have wonderful weeks.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for everything. Until next week, I'm Anthony.
And I am Stevie Wildcard.
This has been We Have Issues. We'll see you next time.
I don't have a thematic boom, so hold on. Oh, boom, boom, boom. No, that doesn't work. Boom, 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 boom. There it goes. I
Nice.
was gonna do ducksies at rabbit I'm like, that's not gonna make any sense. Boom, boom,
Boom,
boom,
boom, boom,
boom, boom,
boom, boom,
boom,
boom,
boom,
boom,
boom,
boom,
boom.
boom.